Good afternoon, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Talking energy, let's talk natural gas, which didn't have really much of a move. If you just look change on the day, it was down less than 0.1%, down at about 2.774, but it did have a 1% range. It opened up, rallied higher off of the change in the US-EU situation, which I'll talk about in a minute, but that 1% range means that it closed to the downside, which is what happened. So not much of a change on the day, but we did have a decent trading range. I mentioned the US-EU situation. The European Union and the US had an agreement yesterday, and that late day rally couldn't really hold. Part of the trade agreement that they made was a tacit promise of the EU to buy more LNG, that's liquid natural gas, from the US, potentially pushing a little bit of a demand situation there, but it did not hold without any sort of deal in place and quantities to be measured versus the current supply and demand that we have in natural gas. There's really no reason to rally the contract up just off of a press conference, and that didn't really happen and didn't really hold. And then we've got the EIA numbers, which came out today. We did have a build in supplies, but supplies remain tight amidst a warm weather forecast. We're now below the 5-year average and below this time last year in terms of stockpiles and supplies, even though we had a build of about 51 billion cubic feet in the natural gas inventories. That still keeps us well below. And we've also got hot weather forecast across most of the country from now till about August 6th. That can obviously change, but demand is expected to be in the high to high moderate range for natural gas in terms of air conditioning powered by natural gas driven electricity. So we do see a little bit of a floor in it right there, and that's probably what kept us in that unchanged range. The weather can change obviously, but for now it looks like those components of a bid market could stay in place. $3 might be possible if we continue to get this hot weather, considering where supplies are versus this time last year and versus the 5-year average. This is Bob Iaccino talking natural gas futures from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.